into losers finals up against Cheeks. And again, in a matchup where traditionally in 4 you would expect that Cloud eats this big body alive, but in this game, there's definitely been some signs of life breathed into this plastic, sentient toy.
Yeah, nothing to say that this is a toy for Grayson, though. This is a tool that he uses for victory, and no Tim Allen here. I mean, he's got some serious business. You saw what he did to Austin, right? And honestly, the big thing that I feel like is going to determine the way that this matchup goes is whether or not Cheeks' reaction time is on point, or never mind, maybe he has some crazy gyro combos that I have never seen in my life.
Great DI from Grayson to not fall victim to that climb hazard. That was a 6
He's
setup.
Rob.
I loved the idea of trying to go for that cross slash to cover the ledge, but good delays on the recovery from Grayson. Holding on to his stock, trying to catch Cheeks behind that gyro, but he jumps over high.
Tried to go for a glide, it looked like Cheeks had the movement trying to go for a glide toss up smash, even though that's not really gonna work for you in this game as much.
Toss the gyro up, covers the landing.
Ooh, I like that. That forward air right there, even though it may have gotten Cheeks punished, definitely kept Grayson from keeping that gyro in play. Ooh, trying to pull out the climb hazard. What? He's just spamming the B button.
Grayson is raising the roof, though. Did you see?
And raising the damage numbers, importantly. Wow, the patience from Grayson.
Delay, and did you see the tech? He was able to survive just narrowly. He's low on fuel, though.
And that just means that Cheeks needs to keep the pressure on. Grayson's going to sit on that ledge to try to keep that fuel coming back. And the air dodge back to the ledge, you can tell he is running on fumes.
There we go.
Nice spacing there by Cheeks. And that right there is exactly what I'm saying that Cheeks needs to do well in this game, is have that reaction time be on point, especially when he's off stage. He needs to be able to react to whatever Grayson chooses to throw at him, because that will be his only opening to get back to ledge.
Great punish by Cheeks. That move doesn't have a lot of end lag, but it can definitely, when he drifts away, it's hard to react sometimes. Got a big disjoint, take advantage, and again, we see Cheeks fade in and jump over that gyro quite a bit. Grayson finally sitting back and punishing the landing.
I mean, he hard read that too. He
Absolutely.
was like, not only is that not a big commit for him, but he gets the whole stock if that read is correct.
So that's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen that exact situation, except in the past, Cheeks has been stuffing Grayson out. This time, Grayson made the adjustments.
Ooh, down tilt so big. Grayson, I was talking about how Cheeks needs to be able to react, but Grayson's reaction time whenever he gets that down tilt, he's so good at hit confirming that with Rob, but he just smack him out.
Comes out with a quick clap. Dash attack definitely punishes the overcommitment from Grayson. He's just dashing menacingly. Man, and Cheeks agrees. He said, stop. I don't want to deal with any of this pressure anymore. I'm jumping out. And the back air punished it.
Oh, wow. That aerial movement was so nice from Cheeks. Those mix-ups were gnarly. Okay, just Shoryuken, I guess.
Yep, use that intangibility you get there to fight through that rotor arms.
Ooh, that's a big commit from Cheeks, and also, a really creative way to try to pick up that edge guard. But now, once again, going off deep and really just getting smacked by these projectiles. Again, I mean, Grayson's just doing such a good job of putting them exactly where they need to be to cover any of Cheeks' options. We'll see him try to set up that gyro on ledge, but once again, Climb Hazard is a tough tool to get around. This should do it.
Up throw, yeah, deleting that stock, but Grayson sitting at 175. We talked about in winners finals that Cloud still does struggle to find stocks, especially against a big body like Rob. We can see this advantage be carried.
199, and he's only able to take the stock out after the fact. And yeah, like you're saying, man, Cloud just does not have those confirms, does not have that kill power that he used to. I mean, some of the power is still there, especially that back air is going to be such a big tool for him, but he doesn't have the easiest ways to set up for it anymore.
Absolutely.
Bar ain't what it used to be.
Oh, no.
You used to, back in Smash 4, you used to use that Cloud back air really low to the ground, but now you reach that max jump height so quickly in this game that you're mostly going to be hitting over people's heads, although against Rob, you might still be able to hit him.
A lot of empty movement from Cheeks trying to bait something out of Grayson. Somehow finds his way out of the corner, but Cheeks pressure, some ferocious, got these gyros building him some space.
Oh!
And he got hit by that Aegis reflector setup. Toss out my gyro. Cheeks was able to navigate around it, but the down tilt pushed him right back in. Got robbled.
That gyro is literally the nothing personal kid. Literally just, all right, I'm fine. It's like a DBZ fight where they get hit across the field and then they teleport to hit them back across the field.
And very particularly when you toss out the gyro with little to no charge, that's where it'll stay at that up close position that you can push them into with the down tilt.
Literally just push them sometimes too.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the time we'll see Rod players mixing up whether they go for more charge on the gyro, get that extra distance, cover long range, but little baby gyro toss, that's how you get these setups.
Oh, drag down up air, not going to get any confirms out there from Grayson.
Cheeks recognizes that at low percent, no rage, that's not a true follow-up. It's only a mix-up, so my climb hazard gets me out for free. Ledge trap, he waits and delays the last hit and catches the outer shield option.
I don't like this from Cheeks. I mean, you mentioned it first, back in that first game, but he spent so much time in between the Rob and the gyro. We saw him get killed for doing that twice in that game 1. I'd like to see Cheeks do a little bit more due diligence and not letting that gyro be as big of an option like it is there. He rolled behind Grayson to make sure that he put the Rob in between him and the gyro.
Doing the smart thing, tossing the gyro up as soon as he can. Lasts so long in the air. We're seeing Grayson sitting at 170 already. Dash attack punishes the roll, but still surviving. We really are seeing the trouble that Cloud has killing.
And limits there for him, but oh my god, and again, those custom combos from Cheeks.
Setting up off of Grayson's own gyro. That's a forward air punish. Not often is somebody able to cleanly punish that move.
Rob has got a lot of tools, man. It's been underrated for too long. That
Coming in.
climb hazard, though, even able to punish that down tilt. Wow.
Just a read on Grayson trying to apply more pressure because constantly he is going for the down tilt and then going for his next pressure tool, trying to catch Cheeks holding shield or going for a defensive option.
I wonder if we could see Cheeks doing a little more punishing for Grayson for running into the corner. Not that he does it very often because Grayson likes to play so aggressively, but we haven't seen Cheeks punish him too much for doing that, like there, right there.
He sits back, takes the time to set up the gyro. Trying to catch Cheeks
That'll
jumping.
do. Oh, never mind. All right. I was looking at Cheeks' percent. That's what I was saying that'll do. But 121, now Cheeks is getting to those percents. Gets a back air there near the ledge, and he's certainly got an opportunity. That could be his setup right there. Grayson's going to try to wait it out, but Cheeks going to have to smack that boy, and the gyro just going to give him a little bit of an assist.
There we go. Also starting up this next stock. Cheeks, the fair so deep inside of Grayson. Not going to be as safe as you'd like it to be, so that up smash. He gets a stock for Grayson, but we got a clean one stock lead for Cheeks.
And it's mostly because his spacing and his movement has been really good. We saw him lose the stock because that spacing wasn't as good, but for the most part, that sword has been placed mostly at the tip. He hasn't been putting himself into as much danger as he was back in that game 1.
Jumping over, delaying the cross slash on the way down. Grayson maybe trying to drop shield for like a parry on back air, but mixing up the timing.
Oh my god, he just keeps fading in.
Man, Cheeks is like a can opener right now, and he's not even trying to press forward. It's Grayson.
I mean, honestly, Cheeks in neutral is nothing like Austin, but in disadvantage, Cheeks is exactly like Austin. Just gonna throw that out there. He comes in, he hits you, and you're like, why did I let him hit me?
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta wonder. Big range on that helm splitter.
Okay.
Send him down to the depths.
I mean, you can use Rob's head as binoculars after that. Oof. Just pick it up. Oh, wow.
You could use them as 2 separate telescopes.
hand one to your pirate captain, take the other one up into the crow's nest.
Look, I just want to know how many lanterns I need to hang.
Hey, pirate ship with lasers sounds really cool, doesn't it?
Space pirates? You talking about space pirates right now?
No, I was talking about a pirate ship, but with lasers.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
imagine,
no, I'm not talking about...
Imagine that pirate ship with lasers in space.
I mean, you know.
That's terrifying.
It's cool, but imagine just regular pirates. But then also he got some lasers.
That would make battles on the high seas a little bit more difficult than it already is.
You know. Well, right now we're here on Smashville. This music is going to make me fall asleep.
Why do they do this?
Dude, you got me there.
They have some rockin' music on this stage. Not a lot of it.
Give me some KK slider, baby. Actually, that's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Falling up
Okay,
air.
sure.
Not gonna get a kill. Because
Rob is heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Cheeks tried to climb hazard out of that setup. All right. Grayson at the ledge. This is where Cheeks should be getting a lot of capitalization. Rob has a few options to get off of there. But, again, if Cheeks is on his P's and Q's, if he's going to be able to react to everything in time, like right there, you know, I mean, that's obviously a very easy thing to react to, but got to be able to get ready.
And playing
short
around Grayson's KO options, Cheeks has been doing a phenomenal job. Placing his hitboxes perfectly where Grayson wants to be trying to get him. He's stuffing so well. That's what he's doing.
That's how you got to use a big disjoint like Cloud's. That Buster Sword is going to buy you a lot of space just by existing. You throw out a hitbox, your opponent's got to respect it.
And we haven't seen it a lot, but I've really loved the utilization of Blade Beam so far this game.
It's a really good tool to get the gyro kind of off of the stage, or at least force Grayson to catch it and then reset it where he wants it to go.
This could be a down air punish. He's going to retreat to the other side. No, it's a mix-up.
Oh,
the Blade Beam again coming through. Forces Grayson a little bit above the stage and continues the ledge trap from a more favorable position.
But 2 straight up airs there from Grayson. Going to look for a third to set up here. But Cheeks, again, on that reaction time is going to be safe. That gyro would have been a great way to put Cheeks in a scary situation, make him burn that limit. But now with Grayson stuck at the ledge again, he's got to go through that whole song and dance of trying to get back on the stage, and Cheeks got a downwards, upwards going.
Cheeks is playing a game full of momentum right now. I don't know if there's any card game players in the chat, but there's a lot of situations when you're playing a card game where you think, is this a tempo-based play or a card advantage-based play? And Cheeks is the kind of person to toss card advantage out the window for the tempo right now.
So you lost me there.
I'm not worried about how many options we each have together. I can drop as many options as I want as long as I know that I'm picking the right one and pressing forward.
I like to play spades.
Yeah. Well, right now, Cheeks looks like he also likes to play spades because he is putting Grayson in the dirt. He's burying this man with a shovel.
Oh, nice wordplay. That's usually my job, but I'll give that to you.
Everybody gets one. That back air is one nice one for Grayson to connect. Push him off the edge, but he's sitting at 150 now.
And on his last stock, so Grayson's really got to look for those big setups. Doesn't get the chance, though. That back air from Cheeks will buy him that next stock. He's got a 2-1 lead, so one more of those, and he gets his rematch against Lima.
If Rob was a human and not a robot, you might see him look a little flush after this kind of a situation.
Still, though, back to Smashville. Maybe with a little bit more hype music this time. Grayson may need to play a little bit less hype, though. You know, I know that we love to see him press buttons.
And that's what he's gonna do.
New.
He said, if I want to press buttons, I've been picking the wrong character the whole time. Out comes the Donkey Kong. And boy, am I excited for multiple reasons. First of all, if y'all didn't know, Grayson has a very real Donkey Kong. It is a very real secondary that we don't get to see enough of.
He was actually warming it up against Lima earlier with some friendlies.
And we're watching 2 sword characters right now. I said it, it's the truth. DK is a sword character. That's what his hands are. And his feet in particular, that back air is coming in big. Look at that big momentum swing.
Okay, this is going to be that down throw, and Cheeks, as good as he is at recovering, he's going to have to get through a whole lot. Now Grayson knows what that recovery has to look like on this down throw. But sure, just blast someone with the Butterfingers. Let's go.
Important to note that if DK jumps off the ledge and goes for the forward throw, it'll kill sooner than cargo down throw, but down throw is really good for gimping bad recoveries. So we'll see that be the go-to against Cloud. Again, shifting his momentum with those slap claps. Landing with those bongo beats. And you can tell he's been on his P's and Q's with those bongo beats because he had the rhythm to go for that parry.
Dude, get me a little bit of Donkey Konga up in here. All right, air dodge is committal. Cheeks will be able to catch that with his big disjoint, and the limit blade beam will be able to take that stock too.
It's one thing Grayson should be used to a little bit. The disadvantage of DK is not going to be the best. He's a big body, but also he doesn't have like that Rob up special to kind of get away from it sometimes. Cheeks usually knows exactly where that big body's going to be.
Wow, getting caught so deep into that climb hazard. Grayson was actually able to just hold towards the platform. That's why he was able to get out right there. And Cheeks, big chance right here.
Jumps over that blade beam, trying to set up this ledge trap, but quick buttons. does.
And the reason you want to jump over that blade beam instead of shielding it is because you want to give yourself the freedom. Reads the mash out of there. He knew he didn't have time for the forward smash.
But he caught that big release, the high jump with that clap. Grayson holding on to this stock lead just barely.
Ooh, got a little bit too aggressive there, though. After that dash attack, Cheeks was ready to buffer that climb hazard. We could be seeing a game 5 here if Grayson is able to get a little bit more damage on and get another one of those down throws. But you got to respect the mash from Cheeks, like you saw with that berry.
That dash attack reaches and grabs those hands. After a while, they do lose their intangibility. But it's late into that hitbox. Falling back here, oftentimes that forward air is unintentional, but I feel like that time he was covering a very specific range.
Yes, he definitely wanted to get that extra damage on, and you can see why that back air is so good. Lots of damage. You can combo it into itself until you get your opponent off of the stage, and now DK on the ledge, though. This is where it's tough for Grayson. This might be showing why he doesn't play this character as much.
I think the biggest trouble that I've seen so far for Grayson, and he's been playing phenomenally, by the way. It's so close. His next ledge trap can't do it! Catches Cheeks jumping up from the ledge. But what I want to see going into this game 5, if he does stick to the DK, it's very possible that he just wanted a change in flavor, get him off the Rob scent, and then go back. But if he does stick with the DK, what I want to see going into the next game with is his ledge trapping being improved. DK actually has really solid ledge trapping if he's able to sit at a certain range and react to your options, as well as he has low committal like down tilt, forward tilt, or back air to cover jumps. But we saw a lot of very committal ledge traps from Grayson where he pulled the trigger really early a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It
You don't
took a
tell
second
that neighbor
here.
plays DK.
I like this character.
Yeah.
it took a second for him to catch on to the cadence at which Cheeks is going to recover, but he can't count on that every time, right?
Yeah.
So being able to go for those reactionary or just low commitment options to cover from the ledge, like forward tilt to reset, down tilt, or even back air, it's kind of a big boon. You get those situations where Cheeks gets up and he feels like he has to shield. You get ability to set up the grab, and that grab at the ledge is huge. You get situations where... Is he gone?
Cheeks has also made an out-of-left field counter pick, although this one's far and away one that I would not have expected to see from him. I've not heard of the Cheeks Palutena yet.
No, Cheeks, I have not seen the Palutena from him, but Palutena definitely does well in this matchup. The ability to combo this big body with that nair, it eats his shield alive. Has no jump, that down tilt. Of course, great for setting up continuous ledge traps.
We spent a little bit of time talking about how good the ledge traps are for Cloud, but I feel like that only gets better with Palutena.
Absolutely does. And that's why we're seeing trying to mix up some wild options from Grayson, but eventually he is able to find it because Cheeks maybe not as familiar with Palutena, not getting the bear there, for example, that he could have, not reacting. That time he did hit confirm his down tilt, but we saw multiple times that he hasn't hit confirmed the down tilt and let Grayson get back. That's going to be huge.
Can I ask you, how are you able to tell that he's not?
Because, first of all, he missed a couple of those down tilts, and second of all, that was a really late reaction on that one.
Okay.
That he got the back air. But
wow, the spacing from Cheeks. This man should just be playing Palutena the way
Now.
that I'm seeing him play right now.
maybe just took a little bit of the gears turning there. He is hitting his hit confirms now on those down tilts, continuing the forward airs. Again,
Wow.
down throw forward air where a back air might have gotten the KO.
This is dismantling right now.
Absolutely. And, you know, this is one matchup where even though Palutena puts on a lot of pressure, sometimes it's not the worst for DK because she is tall enough to back air out a shield, but that can be baited there. And you know that first bear high up there is not safe, so you can see a big 50% punish.
Oh, this is a down air. Easy for Cheeks
Easy.
right now. 3 stock to close out the set. He had a counter pick ready for that DK.
And I've never seen it before in my life, but boy, was he prepared.
He should pull out this Palutena in grants.
I would love to see it. But I feel like it might be a matchup-specific thing. You saw that he was taking advantage of a lot of very particular things in the matchup where
You're right.
that down tilt really easily covers DK's recovery. You saw that his shield gets eaten alive by neutral. There's not a lot that DK can do about it. And the situations where he says, I can finally press a button, that back air, very, very punishable if you bait that out with a shield, and then easiest rising nair of your life.